Michigan, what are some things you guys are really focusing on this week?
I think for over the past couple of games, we haven't been that sharp kind of passing-wise and kind of keeping the ball as far as like our possession. So I think that'll be something that we'll work on today in practice. But as far as what the actual game plan will be yet, we're not kind of sure because this is the first real practice we've had this week. But I think just kind of keeping the ball and really using the flanks is something that we'll emphasize in practice this week.
What do you know about Michigan? Also, this is an unfamiliar team that you're facing.
We know that they've done well in the Big Ten. I think they've done well against the big opponents, and they just beat Notre Dame. So, Notre Dame's a good side, so I think that they'll definitely be ready to play us. But as far as personnel, we're not sure yet.
The weather looks like it's going to be the same as it was last Friday, and you were one of the ones that I noticed that looked like me. That was really cold out there. What's it like playing in that type of weather, and then does it factor into the game at all?
I think that we kind of just had to get past that and warm up. Like, we kept all of our, training stuff and all of our sweatshirts on, and we just knew that, like, we got to get past the gold, we got to win this game, and I think that that was more important than what the cold was going to do to us.
And what's the key for you to come on out with a victory and advance to the College Cup?
I think that if we just keep the ball and if we're sharp with our passes and use the flanks to kind of get good crosses in so that, like, our midfielders and forwards can get on top of it, I think that that'll be the key to us winning this weekend.
Is it good to be at home again, whether it be cold or not?
That's awesome. We love being in front of like all of our fans in Klockner. We love being used to the pitch, and we definitely think that's an advantage. So we've just been so grateful to get this #1 seed and hopefully play this last game and win it.
Do you feel like ever since the loss in the ACC championship, you guys had a chip on your shoulders to prove something out there in the NCAAs?
Definitely. We've been working really, really hard since that game, and I think that we've been able to get some good practices in that we weren't really able to get before just because of the ACC schedule. So I think that we've been working a lot on like our technical ability and just kind of keeping it and just staying like positive because we have this one goal in mind. We really want to achieve it.
You guys have had a lot of success in your career, but never been to the College Cup. I mean, without getting ahead of yourself, what would that mean to you guys?
That would be everything to us. Like, we've just been working so hard since we went to, like, this past spring, since we went to England, and we have this thing in our locker room saying, like, what all of our goals are. And I think just to get to the College Cup, or not only just to get there, but to win it would just be everything, not just to us, but to the program and, for future girls in the future.
How much of an impact does the way that you guys have been winning, these dominating performances in the tournament, how much of an impact does that have on the way you guys are feeling going into this one?
We just know that we need to be consistent, and that we know that even though we have been playing well, we know that every team's going to try and knock us off, not only just because it's tournament time, but because we've been #1 for like most of the season. So I think we just need to be consistent and keep that up.
Alexis gave you guys a real good boost off the bench in that last game. Has she been a player who's just kind of improved as the season has gone on?
Definitely. Shaf is really, really good with taking people on and kind of getting around people and sending good crosses in. So I think her technical ability has really been helping us. And she's always like fresh, ready to go. And I think that we'll definitely need her this weekend to exploit some of her talents.